America. It deals with many products which consist of wires, applicants, and there are about 15,170 products which they deal with. So today I'm talking about the TBL side of 3M, whereas first I explained TBL. Initially you always look at economy, what it gives you in terms of profit. Then it comes what the company gives towards the society, and then it comes what the company gives to the environment, on saving the environment as global warming is hitting us in a great way. So what does sustainability mean to 3M? In the economic side, substantial growth has been shown in 3M's past history, as well as it's got indigenous solutions for mass number of companies which they use. Motto is to fulfill the social responsibility and the social wants and needs of customers towards 3M's products. Then environmental protection, the carbon, CO2 emissions, as well as the entire life cycle of the procedure for the products is highly recyclable, which gives less emissions for the future as well. So less, as low as possible plastics are used in these products, and recyclable materials are taken at a greater stage of consideration. Talking about actual figures, the volatile air emission from 2011 to 2015, the goal was to become less than 15%, decrease in 15%, which the actual figures have not come out yet in order to substantiate that. As well as for the solid waste, the target was to decrease the solid waste by 10%. Similarly, in terms of energy consumption, they wanted to decrease the dependability by 25%. So an additional target which they took was the developing the water conservation plants, which they in turn use for power as well as heating for any products. This is the short presentation of 3M.
Can you give us a recommendation that for the change in the strategy or in their operations of the business that would result in a greater sustainability?
As of now, the TBL side which they're looking at is at a much more greater stage. But the change which I would suggest from my personal side towards 3M would be using more recyclable materials in terms of the wires which they produce, because that's one of the biggest markets of 3M, the wires and the computer appliance industries, to emissions a great deal.
The data that you have collected, I mean, there should be a reference for that. So we have suggested A4 size, A4 paper, 4 A4 paper.
It's up to 4 A4 papers.
Yeah, but could you get that references here? Otherwise, the references is very important.
It was from the official website, so I just need to.
All the other data.
All these data are taken from their official sustainability report.
Always better to keep one reference.
Sure. We'll keep that in mind.
With triple bottom line, is it an internal thing or external thing to that 3M?
For 3M, they've used it as an external factor because it incorporates
particularly economy. Economy means economy of that particular region of the whole country. Why do they actually get concerned about the economy of the region as a company? Because you present the economy as if it's the internal matter of the country.
As well as the region side.
No, the internal matter is different. Economy of a company we never said that. Financial position of company, yes, we said. So there's a difference between economy and finance. So we're talking about finance of the company, financial situation of the company, or economy.
That is the reason why the company exists, the financial situation.
Yeah, so
but here,
why the company would have to take care about its economy?
Because what it says is the economy, because anywhere in a country or a region or a source, when there is no economy, they do not try to sustain. So because for any company to sustain, they need economy where they...
That cannot be influenced by the company. The economy of a country could not be influenced by a company.
But as 3M being a big conglomerate, it does influence.
Whatever it is, it cannot influence.
But it aids, doesn't it?
Sorry?
It does aid. Being a company, being a tax-paying company, it does aid in the economy side of it also.
maybe it was a fraction, very much a fraction.
A major fraction, because 3M also deals with another
The
part.
thing is that because we need to look from the perspective whether you're considering internal operations of company or the company is concerned about external environment. So these three forces are external environment forces, isn't it?
Yes.
Societal forces, economic forces, also environmental forces. I think from the sustainability, you said that they're concerned more about the environment.
Yes.
And when they are concerned more about environmental sustainability, and you're saying that certain reduction targets are there.
Yes, sir.
And what would be the implication on the power of the investment? Because there might be a trade-off between the investment to actually reduce these things and gain these things. So you could actually discuss on that.
Of course, sir, when anything comes in terms of investments, of course, stakeholders and shareholders would love to have a company, have to invest in a company which is looking at the environment overall as well. So, of course, by meeting these targets, they will attract more investors overall. But this should be a major impact to the US economy, I would say, in terms of environment itself. Because these values.
Again, I would say that companies' contribution to the whole economy of the country, the link should be properly operationalized.
Okay.